Yo, what's up guys, Golem here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys the ultimate Royale recruits guide, how to get better at recruits, how to use them, some general tips and tricks while playing with this deck, and just in general how to improve in Clash Royale. So while doing that, I'm gonna try and achieve this 12-win grand challenge, so I would say let's get started right away. Okay guys, hopping into game number 1. So in my opinion, recruits, generally speaking, is a pretty easy deck to use, but there's definitely some things you should know, you should consider and kind of think about while playing with recruits. So first of all, in my opinion, it's always important to cycle towards your evolutions. Think about Goblin Cage first play, recruits first play even is not a bad play, because most of the time it's kind of awkward to punish that. Like for example, if they push, I mean, you could maybe go with like a Hawk Rider, you could kind of pressure a little bit, but most of the time all what they're gonna do, if they do end up pressuring when we go with recruits, is just give us an amazing counter push. So looks like we're facing some kind of graveyard deck here, I think, after seeing Baby Dragon, after seeing Cannon, after seeing the Cannoneer. The good thing for us is that Cannoneer, generally speaking, isn't the best tower trope against the recruits, so I think recruits here should be able to get quite a lot of value. And I think, for example, here as well, like the Cannoneer, as you guys can see, against Royal Hawks, it's kind of hard for them to stop it without taking any damage. So looking pretty solid. Always think about, when playing with recruits, and honestly with any deck, think about the answers the deck your opponent is using. So for example here, after seeing Baby Dragon, after seeing Knight, he pretty much showed 100% sure that he has a graveyard, and it also means that it's gonna be combined with the poison. So never try to, for example, I don't know, like go Seppi same lane, give him a lot of value. Try to always be kind of annoying with your spells and play around his cycle. Like for example here, knowing his deck, I'm gonna try and double lane pressure, because if he does poison one of the lanes, then the other lane is gonna be very hard for him to stop. So I'm gonna go Flying Machine left side, Seppi's right side to try and take care of the Baby Dragon. He is gonna defend quite well. He honestly does have a, I would say, pretty decent matchup here. But anyway, so far the start has been pretty good, and if we manage to keep up the pressure while not allowing to give him like an insane counter push in one lane, I think we should maybe be okay right here. Okay, looks like he does go with a barbell. I guess I'm just gonna distract it with Royal Hawks, and at the same time they're gonna force out quite some elixir. We're gonna force out the evil cannon. I'm honestly just gonna arrow. I don't think we're gonna get much out of it, but it's just to cycle mainly, because yeah, I want to cycle back to the recruits. Let's go with recruits right now. We do need to be careful if he goes with a graveyard. Looks like he does go with the evil knight. I guess we can just go with the evil goblin cage. I'm gonna electro spirit here just to make sure that the evil knight doesn't go down like super, or the evil cage doesn't go down super quickly, and we managed to take care of pretty much the entire evil knight. Let's go with a flying machine, let's go with barbell, and as soon as we hit 5 elixir, I'm gonna go with Royal Hawks. Why do I go with Royal Hawks right now and right there? To try and keep out the pressure. Well, he's kind of low in elixir after spending poison right there offensively. He didn't have that much elixir. He is gonna take quite some damage with the Royal Hawks, and let's in the meantime set up the Goblin Cage again. So this guy is definitely defending this really well. But if you guys notice that the damage difference, we're in a huge damage lead right now. So let's go with a flying machine once again. Let's have the barbell ready here as well. Let's go with barbell right now. I think that should be fine. Goblin Cage once again doing an amazing job. And let's set up the recruits in the back again. Okay, he does go with his knight. Let's go with the cage, and let's, I guess, have the arrows ready. But also the good thing about cycling recruits, for example here against a graveyard player, is that most of the time it kind of prevents them from going in. Like if he goes in when we have the recruits there, it's just kind of awkward for him in general. So let's actually switch lanes here. Why do I switch lanes? Because I feel like giving him the counter push I was talking about before is really not the play. So let's actually try and keep out the pressure as much as possible. Make sure that we do not give him this huge counter push with the evil knight, with the wizard, with the baby dragon, and let's keep out the pressure. Let's go with recruits up high. Let's have the barbell ready as well, and let's, I guess, have the electro spirit just to make sure. I'm not sure if it's even necessary, but yeah, as I said, just to make sure that we do not take too much damage. So looking very good, guys. This is, in my opinion, I mean, I guess maybe because of the Cannoneer it's a little bit easier for us, but I want to say this is not that easy of a matchup in my opinion, and so far we're doing really, really good. Okay, let's go with recruits. Let's go with a flying machine. We do need to be very careful with the skeleton, so let's go with barbell here as soon as possible. Electro spirit just to make sure we, yeah, as I said before, don't take too much unnecessary damage. He's gonna get quite a lot of damage, but look at the counter push here, guys. We can go with a Royal Hawks, we can go with another flying machine. Probably gonna go with a baby dragon up high, so let's try to kind of DPS it down as fast as possible with Seppi's right here. He does go with a tornado. Let's keep the pressure by going Royal recruits, and honestly at this point, especially with this little time left in the match, I think the most important thing for us to do is just to keep up the pressure as much as possible, trying to not allow him to attack, because if he does attack, it's gonna be kind of awkward for us. So look at that, he needs to switch lanes because we're applying so much pressure in the right side lane. Flying machine is gonna get a lot of value. We can go With a barbell, we can go with Electro Spirit. Let's go with recruits here on defense as well. And all we need to do really is just stay alive here. Let's go with Flying Machine. Let's wait a little bit and see, okay, where is he gonna go with the Graveyard? Okay, let's go with Seppies here. Let's go with Royal Hawks to keep under pressure. Let's go with a barbell. But anyways, damage-wise, we are gonna secure the victory. So, very nice W right here. It's kind of hard to explain, play, focus, and everything at once. But let's get started with game number 2. Okay guys, hopping into game number 2, so I hope you kind of understood, I hope you kind of learned what I meant about keeping up the pressure, being annoying with our cards based on his spell. So for example there with Poison, always very important to kind of split lane pressure. It really does depend on the matchup of course, because sometimes if you're facing a deck with no big spell or kind of a bad big spell, and what do I mean with a bad big spell? Think about for example, oh yes, Electro Dragon. Okay, I wanted to say, think about, for example, Lockbait. Lockbait often does have a big spell, which in this case is the Rocket, but honestly, Rocket against our deck really just isn't that great. So, in my opinion, it's always important to kind of think, okay, do they have a big spell? Is their big spell good against our deck? If the answer is no, then try to most of the time just stack up troops and try to force out a lot of Elixir in the same lane. So, we're actually going to be facing a Golem matchup, which is also a pretty difficult matchup considering we do not have a big spell. So, actually a pretty difficult matchup right here, but that's a good thing for us, I guess, because we are gonna... No, I messed up the activation, I think. Yeah, I messed up... Oh my god, my finger slipped one tail. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but it actually slipped one tail. Okay, let's go with arrows here on defense. Let's go with a barbell as well. Make sure that the Golem gets pulled, that we distract the Night Witch long enough to the point where the tower can just take care of it, and then the Golem is gonna end up going down. So, this might not seem that bad of a matchup if you guys think about the Goblin Cage being really good against Golem. The problem of this matchup is gonna be the support cards he has. Like, we do not have a big spell in the version we are using. Some people use recruits with a Fireball. In my opinion, Fireball is fine, but in the current meta, I feel like the Barbell Arrows version is definitely the best version. The only bad thing, the only negative thing is that you do not have a big spell to, for example, deal with an Electro Dragon. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how we can, kind of play around that. I think the most important thing is to keep up the pressure, not really allow him to make a big push, while also trying to make sure we don't give him like an extreme Electro Dragon value. Okay, looks like he does prepare for the Night Witch. Let's actually keep up the pressure here by going recruits already. It doesn't really allow him to go Golem, because if he goes Golem right now, it's just gonna, exactly, I wanted to say it, it's just gonna force him to kind of tower trade, or try to tower trade. Man, I can't even talk right now, I just woke up by the way. Let's go with a barbell here, let's keep up the pressure, knowing that the Electro Dragon is right side. I do not want him to make a big push with the Electro Dragon, so I guess we're just gonna pressure the opposite lane here as soon as possible. Never allow them to make a big push, guys. As soon as the Golem player manages to make a big push, it's gonna be extremely hard for us to defend. So let's actually try to defend this as good as possible. Let's go with Zeppies here, let's go with a Flying Machine off to the side. He might try to go with a Tornado, but that's exactly why I'm trying to split up everything. Yeah, let's definitely go with arrows here, and let's actually... Okay, I think we should be fine here. I want to say let's also go with Seppies, but I think we should be fine. The defense is gonna clean up pretty much everything very well. Let's go with Royal Hawks, let's go with another Flying Machine here, and we are gonna secure the victory. So I'm telling you guys, oh, nice that he had Lightning. Okay, that actually also helped us a lot for sure. If he has another spell, or even if he has like another support card like Lumberjack Evolution or something, sometimes this matchup can get a little bit scary. But I would say that if we play it the way we played, keeping up the pressure, never really allowing him to make a big push. Like, for example, there, when he cycled the Night Witch, if we go recruits in the back, I would say that we probably lose the tower right there. Because going recruits at the bridge, we force out the Electro Dragon Evolution out of cycle, not combined with the Golem push, is huge for us. I would say that if he manages to get a Golem push with the Electro Dragon Evolution behind it, with support cards, with a good Tornado, we're never gonna be able to defend it. So 8-1 in the Grand Challenge right now, hopping into game number 3 right away. It looks like we're facing someone with the Cannoneer. Okay, so as I said before, if you have Cage, if you have recruits, I think going first play is pretty decent. He does go with a Miner, not even in the safe spot. Interesting. I guess he just risked that he's not facing Tornado, because if we do have Tornado, that's a really easy King Tower activation. Okay, he does also go with his Goblinstein. Miner, Goblinstein, I guess it could be... maybe Mortar Miner, I guess it really depends. Let's go with Electro Spirit here to get some chip damage. He does go with his bet, so yeah, this is definitely going to be Mortar Miner right here, guys. I think we should be fine. Oh, he has Fireball though. Okay, I was about to say I think we should be fine because this deck usually only has arrows, and this guy for some reason has Fireball. So, oh my god, this is gonna be an interesting one. Normally this matchup is really good for us, or decent for us, because the fact that he doesn't have a big spell is really helpful, of course. Flying Machine gets a lot of value. Seppies are kind of annoying for him, but the fact here that he has the what's it called, the Fireball, makes it so much better for him. Fireball plus Lock, actually. So that's gonna be interesting. I wonder what card he doesn't have, because normally this deck, the version he is using, has okay, let's go with Electro Spirit, and let's honestly just go with Recruits here in the back. I think I'm gonna kind of ignore the Miner, just take the damage to try and maybe get something going here in single elixir. I wonder what I guess he doesn't he have a cannon card? Maybe he doesn't have a cannon card, thinking about it now, because he has Lock, Fireball, and normally this deck only has arrows. So I guess he replaced like one of the support cards or one of the offensive cards. Okay, Flying Machine here in the middle. He is going to go with a Goblin Stein. Flying Machine in the middle, by the way, is always such an important play, because most of the time it's gonna snipe, for example, the building. It's gonna force some elixir. It's just gonna be annoying in general. So as you guys can see, he doesn't know where to fireball, how to fireball, because we went with the Royal Hawks in a great timing to the point where it's not like too close to each other. So it's gonna be very awkward for him to fireball, and he actually messes up the fireball completely. Well, not completely, he hit the Royal Hawks, but of course Royal Hawks against Cannoneer, even if a troop is 1 elixir, we already know that Cannoneer is not great against spammy units. And then besides that, the Flying Machine just getting so much value and damage right there. Okay, let's go. He does have the Cannoneer. I guess, I'm not sure. I think he doesn't have like an Ice Wizard or something. Some people use this version with an Ice Wizard. I guess this guy just doesn't have like another troop. Okay, I think he does have the Evil Bat, so let's have the arrows ready soon to try and, there you go, to try and take care of the bats as soon as possible. Make sure that the Flying Machine stays alive a little longer. Let's go with a Barbell here as well. We force out the Fireball, but the Flying Machine still got so much value. We cycle back to another Flying Machine, and look at his King Tower as well, guys. He's taking a lot of King Tower damage right now. King Tower is down to 1500 HP. Well, we're still defending perfectly. Flying Machine once again being one of the most important cards in this match. Do you guys notice how the Flying Machine in pretty much every match always gets either a lot of damage, forces out an important spell, or just in general is super annoying? Like, man, I love Flying Machine, but also when facing it, I kind of hate it, because it's just one of those cards that if they know how to play well, use it in the right placement, use it in the right timings, it just always gets so much value. So 9-1 right now, so far doing perfect. See you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next game. Looks like we're facing a pretty decent player right here. He has like a top 300 finish in the world, so let's give him a good luck and let's see what he's gonna be using. So also another thing I kind of forgot to mention is that people tend to think when using recruits, okay, I need to be super aggressive, I need to get a lot of damage, a lot of things going in single elixir. I know that many people do play very aggressive with recruits. Most of the time it can work, but I would say sometimes it's also just important to kind of chill. And looks like we're facing the same matchup as before with the Graveyard. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go recruits here in the back, to be honest. I don't think we should go very aggressive. He does have a Goblin Stein though. Okay, that's gonna kind of change the matchup. Last player had a Baby Dragon. This guy had a Goblin Stein. So it's gonna be once again very important to keep out the pressure. Try and not really allow him to make a huge push. Let's see what he's gonna do. He does go with the cannon. I guess we can go with Flying Machine. I'm even gonna go with Royal Hawks. I don't think he's gonna go... he does go Poison. Okay, I want to say I don't think he's gonna go Poison. I was expecting him to go with a Tornado on top of the Flying Machine. Instead, he goes with a Tornado on the Royal Hawks to activate the King Tower. He is still gonna take quite a little bit of damage. Let's go with a Barbell here to keep out the pressure a little bit, but most importantly to cycle. And let's wait a little bit to see, okay, what is he gonna do? Okay, Electro Spirit here last second, make sure that the Knight doesn't get any damage, and let's afterwards wait and see, okay, is he gonna cycle in the back? Is he gonna try and go in? If he goes in, we have the Goblin Cage, we have the Zeppies. If he doesn't, I guess we can just go with the Recruit. So also important to sometimes just chill a little bit and see, okay, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna pressure? Is he gonna go in for something? Looks like he does cycle his Ice Wizard. I guess we can just go with Zeppies here. If he poisons them, that would be great for us. Okay, so Evil Knight coming in that lane, I'm not sure. I think we can go with Recruits here, but it's gonna be very important. Ooh, he does also go with a Goblin Stein. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about facing Goblin Stein, because against the Baby Dragon, it's not like that great of a card, but of course the Goblin Stein is definitely an amazing card. Okay, let's go with Flying Machine here. He's probably gonna go with an ability soon, so let's try to actually kill the Dr. Stein as soon as possible, allowing our recruits to stay alive a little longer, maybe get a little bit of damage. No, unfortunately they do go down. Let's go with Royal Hawks here as soon as possible towards the right side. We're gonna force out quite a lot of elixir, and let's go with Zeppies once again. Okay, nice. So also the good thing about going Flying Machines up high, against for example a deck like Fireball, against a deck with Poison, they are not really getting any tower damage. So as long as you play it around here, where I have been playing it pretty much during the entire match, we're never really giving him a really good poison value. So once again, same thing, guys. He does go with a cannon. Evil Cannon is gonna get quite a lot of value. Let's go with a Barbell here as well. We are gonna, I guess, just go, okay, let's go with Zeppies here. He does go with his graveyard. Let's have arrows ready, and let's go with Electro Spirit to clean up the remaining skeletons. Nice, awesome, looking pretty good. We're gonna take a little bit of damage though. We need to be careful because there's gonna be some point where it's gonna be very hard for us to get damage, because he's just gonna cycle and get a lot of defensive cards going. But I think here we have a really good opportunity to keep up the pressure with the flying machine. He used the poison offensively to kill our Seppi, so that's why I went with the recruits rather below, a little bit higher, trying to keep up the pressure as much as possible. Let's actually use the Evil Goblin Cage, guys. I've been kind of keeping the Evil Goblin Cage to try and get some value against, for example, a Knight or something like that. But I think we should actually use it, because sometimes it can also act as a good counter push unit. So let's exactly do that. Let's go with the recruits here up high, trying to get some value from the Goblin Cage. Let's go with Seppis here as well. He does have the Evil Knight. He does use the Barbell, but in the lane where we do not have the Seppis. So that's huge for us, and we can keep up the pressure by going Royal Hawks. Very important always to double lane pressure, guys. We have the Seppis on the left side, we have the recruits on the left side. Let's go with the Royal Hawks as soon as possible on the right side, knowing that he's still gonna have to defend on one of the lanes. The other lane most of the time is gonna get some good damage. So very important detail right there. Let's go with the Goblin Cage here on defense. Let's cycle a flying machine. He does go with his Goblin Stein. I guess I'm still gonna have to go with my recruits up high. Let's go with Electro Spirit here to try and clean up everything as good as possible. Let's go with a Barbell. Let's go with Royal Hawks here offensively, and let's go with another flying machine. Nice. He did get quite a lot of damage though. We need to be careful. Let's go with Seppis here as soon as possible. Let's go with Electro Spirit towards the right side, trying to get some tower damage. Let's go with a Barbell, and let's go with Royal Hawks here, just trying to keep up the pressure, not allowing him to go offensively, and then also most importantly, not allowing him to spell cycle or graveyard us. So let's keep up the pressure once again. Let's go with recruits. Let's go with flying machine. Do you guys notice how I'm just pressuring as much as possible, trying to not allow him to go in with a graveyard? Because if he goes in for a graveyard, it's pretty much just gonna be game over. So at this point, I'm just spamming, applying as much pressure as possible. Okay, nice. Flying machine does get a lock. Let's go with arrows here on defense, actually. Let's go with Electro Spirit here. Let's go with Seppis, and I think that should be a good game. Man, what a nice pressure we applied, especially in triple elixir, excuse me. In single elixir, sometimes you get something going. Double elixir, it's kind of hard, but in triple elixir, man, you just gotta pressure, and more pressure, because if not, it's gonna be so hard, and you are 100% sure gonna lose that matchup. So that matchup is actually not even that easy. I'm happy that we already faced 2 times against Graveyard, because you guys can definitely kind of see what is important and how to play that matchup, because I'm sure many of you guys would have maybe lost that. Okay guys, 10-1 in the Grand Challenge right now. Hopefully we can get 2 more victories, and that will be a very clean and a very nice video. So far, really nice matches. Hopefully you guys are learning, and also if any questions come up when, for example, watching the video, always make sure to feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. I usually try to read and respond to most of the people I can, so yeah, do not worry about it. Okay, looks like we are facing Sparky, I guess. Should I go? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna pressure opposite lane. Dark Prince is out of cycle. He's using dagger dashes, so against the Royal Hawks, the dagger dashes isn't the best. So let's see what he's gonna do here. Okay, looks like he's gonna ignore it, which is definitely gonna be tower on the right side. And I wonder, can we defend? I think we should be able to defend, to be honest. Let's go with Electro Spirit here first. Electro Spirit is gonna reset the Sparky. We can go with recruits on top of it. We can even go with a Goblin. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Goblin Cage here. Loki Goblin Cage is gonna be pretty good, because it's just gonna take the Goblin Giant off the field. The tower is gonna focus the E-Barbs, and then here with the Barbell, we're gonna clean up everything. So man, beautiful defense right there. Good decision to pressure opposite lane, especially recognizing that his Sparky and the Dark Prince were out of cycle, and this guy starts BMing. I mean, bro, what did you expect? Like, honestly, I was like, I think I'm 100% sure gonna pressure, take a lot of damage, or potentially, or potentially take the tower, and we still also managed to defend. So honestly, really good situation. Let's even keep up the pressure, guys. Dark Prince once again out of cycle. I'm not sure if he has enough elixir for the Spark. He looks like, I guess he did have enough elixir, but he decides to go with Electro Wizard plus the Zap instead, and the Royal Hawks once again getting a lot of value. So this matchup looking really good so far. We still need to be kind of careful, because sometimes if they manage to make like a huge push, it can get a little bit scary sometimes. But I think if you know how to keep your cycle well, keep the most important cards in cycle. For example, here it's gonna be important to not use the recruits early below, but I'm gonna rather have to keep them to kind of distract and also try and deal as well as possible with, for example, the Sparky. So let's go with a flying machine here in the back. He does go with Goblin Giant opposite lane. Okay, that's interesting. I would say that he always has to go Goblin Giant same lane. That's a very strange decision by him, but okay, I mean, I guess we have to respect it. Let's go with a barbell. Let's go with the recruits here as well. We have the evil Goblin cage, but I don't think we even need it. And this is just going to be an overkill, guys. There's no way he's going to be able to take the tower, let alone, yeah, keep up the... I mean, he is going to defend, looks like, but still, he needs to take our tower. We have double flying machine right there. We can even keep up the pressure here. Going Zeppis in the middle. Let's go with a Electro Spirit as well. We have the Goblin Cage Evolution. Zeppis, 6 Zeppis on the field right now. Gonna take down the left side tower, and they're probably even gonna take down the King Tower. Zeppis, low-key, a card which not many people use, but sometimes they can be super, super annoying, especially here in this matchup where the opponent does not have a big spell. No poison, no fireball. Zeppis, low-key, put in work even on towers sometimes. So as you guys can see, clean 3-0, 11-1 in the Grand Challenge. Hopefully we can get one more victory. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into hopefully the last match. Why do I say hopefully? Of course, if we win the Grand Challenge. And that's gonna be it for today's video. If we do lose, I guess we're gonna have to play one more match right here. Okay, Evil Zep being cycled. I guess we can cycle Flying Machine. I would love to just go with recruits, to be honest. Okay, looks like he does go with arrows. Let's go with a barbell here to kind of tank for the dagger dice, distract it a little bit, and then hopefully the Flying Machine is gonna get a hit, but looks like instead he just goes with a Mega Minion. So Zep, arrows, Mega Minion, what is this going to be? We need to be careful though, because Zep plus arrows can kill, for example, Zeppies, and especially if this guy also has, let's say, a fireball or something like that, it can definitely get kind of annoying, kind of scary. So let's see, guys. He has a giant. I'm not sure what other card he has. Looks like he goes for a bomber. I guess I'm just gonna focus on defense mainly here. I shouldn't really be going extremely aggressive. He does also go with Prince. Let's have the Zeppies ready, and please do not have fireball. I think I've seen some people use this giant deck, and usually it's used with the lightning. Oh, he does, of course. Yeah, I was about to say he does, of course. Man, I kind of forgot about the arrows plus Zep. I should not have been playing the Zeppies that close and together. If anything, I should play the Zeppies like off to the side here. Definitely a big mistake by me, but luckily we're still able to defend it. Okay, Mega Minion is gonna, I guess, once again get a shot on the tower, but it's fine. Honestly, I'm not gonna spend arrows. I'm not gonna, yeah, overspend here against the Mega Minion. I guess we're just gonna have to take the hit, and let's see what he's gonna do after. So I believe this guy has lightning. The fact that he has Zep and arrows is kind of annoying, but he's always gonna have to, for example, arrows plus Zep the Zeppies. Evil Zep plus arrows do kill the Flying Machine, but normal Zep plus arrows do not kill the Flying Machine, so that's also kind of important to know. And I guess he's gonna go Bomber again, and we can... Oh, he has the Dark Prince as well. Okay, he does go with Bomber. Let's go with arrows here. Anyways, I think we're gonna have to take care of the Bomber, and let's then go with a Goblin Cage in the middle. Okay, Electro Spirit here. He does go with his lightning. Nice lightning by him, but I think the Giant still should be able to get DPS down quite quickly. And let's in the meantime go with Royal Hawks right now. Why do we go with Royal Hawks opposite lane? Because this way we're not gonna allow him to get a counter push in the lane where he's attacking. If you guys notice, our left side tower is untouched. Our right side tower is already at 2000 HP right now. Okay, let's go with a Flying Machine here. He did use the lightning kind of aggressively. Let's, I guess, go with Royal Recruits here, and let's go with a Goblin Cage. Okay, wait a second, I need to go with Barbell first, and I guess, okay, no Goblin Cage used in this defense. No Goblin Cage used in this defense. We're just gonna try and defend it with the troops here. Okay, Goblin Cage definitely necessary, because if not, the Prince are gonna get a lot of damage. Look at the right side tower, by the way. The right side recruit is actually getting a lot of damage, and take advantage of the fact that the right side tower is out of daggers. Let's keep the pressure by going Royal Hawks into that lane, and once again kind of trying to not give him a great counter push. He is probably gonna go with a Giant here. Let's see if he does. Looks like, okay, looks like he doesn't. Let's go with recruits, making sure that the Dark Prince doesn't get too much damage, and it's afterwards keeping the pressure on the left side with a Flying Machine here. So definitely an interesting matchup. He does have the Mega Minion with Mortar time, is gonna get a lot of value. Looks like he did kind of mess up the Mega Minion, so that's great for us. Let's go with Zeppies here, and I guess we can go with a Goblin Cage up high. Let's go with a Goblin Cage right now, first to pull the Prince, and let's afterwards hopefully take care of the Giant. Wait, what? Where did the Zeppies go? No, I need the Zeppies to help. Oh my god. Okay, this is a kind of awkward situation for us, because I really needed the Zeppies to help right there against the Giant, but looks like the Zeppies just walk away, and they just, how do you say, like, okay, let's see, what is he gonna do? Okay, I think we can go in, but man, this is such a kind of awkward situation, because even though he has Lightning, which is really not that great against our deck, he also has Bomber. He has just in general a lot of super good and super annoying cards. So I think he has Evil Bomber in Cycle right now, guys. Let's make sure that we do not give him an Evil Bomber opportunity against the Zeppies. Let's go with Royal Recruits here up high to keep up the pressure. And let's, I guess, go with a Flying Machine here as well. Okay, let's go with the Evil Bomber right there. Let's go with arrows to try and take care of it as soon as possible. Let's go with Royal Hawks here into the left side lane. And let's try to keep the pressure as much as possible, because if we allow him to go offensively, to get a lot of damage with his spells, I think it's just gonna be game over, because only 2 more lightnings and he is gonna win this match right here. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with Royal Recruits up high. Let's, I guess, go with a Flying Machine. He does always have the Mega Minion ready for it, so that's kind of annoying and kind of hard for us to break through. Let's go with Royal Hawks left side lane. Let's have the arrows ready, but man, he even goes with arrows. Plus, okay, nice arrow prediction for us. It is going to get a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And he starts cycling the lightning. And I think, yeah, at this point, no time left for us. 15 seconds. Man, thinking about the matchup and looking at the matchup, it's amazing for us. But this guy played that super, super well. And also some kind of, yeah, unfortunate situations. I guess even though he has lightning, he just has great answers against our deck. Mega Man against the Flying Machine, Dark Prince, Bomber. I don't know what I could have done different. Maybe pressure more, go more offensively. I don't know, I felt like I played that pretty patient, but I was like afraid of me being too aggressive, allowing him to then afterwards get like a huge counter push, and then also allowing him to, yeah, basically just destroy us with those counter pushes. So not really sure. I guess really well played to him. See you guys soon with now 100% sure the last match. After waiting for ages, we finally find the last match. And by the way, guys, don't get me wrong, the last match, I just lost it on purpose because, of course, 11-2, making it epic, making the video a little bit longer. It's all part of the strategy. Be ready to see me destroy this guy right now. Okay, probably I'm gonna get destroyed myself after saying something like that. You guys are gonna meme me for it, but let's see what happens. Okay, looks like we are facing the mirror match. Wait, is this the mirror match tournament, or is this the 12-win grand challenge match? Because so far this guy is literally doing the same exact things as us. He does, oh, I think he might, okay, if he's a really good player, he's gonna activate the King Tower there. He might be able to activate the King Tower, I think. Yeah, he is gonna, man, that's unfortunate. That's really, okay, we can go with Royal Hawks here though, because he just spent Nado, he just spent Electro Dragon, he's gonna be not that high on Elixir, and I think we should be able to at least get a little bit of damage on the left side, right? Okay, he does go with a Goblin Cage, he does go with Barbell. Nice defense by him, but the Flying Machine is still alive, and hopefully this time we are able to activate the King Tower. Okay, let's go with Electro Spirit right now. Finally, no finger slip. I think it was in like, what, match number 2 where I finger slipped against an Electro Dragon activation. That activation is honestly pretty easy, as long as you don't mess up the placement. Okay, let's go with Seppi's here. Looks like we're facing, I guess, Golem. I wanted to say, well, first I thought about a mirror match. Then after seeing the other cards, I thought about, let's just go with Recruits in the back here, guys. So after seeing the other card, I thought about Graveyard. And then with the Electro Dragon, I'm more leaning towards the Golem deck. Okay, Golem with Monk though. Wait, is that a thing? Do people use Golem with Monk? What is this? Honestly, don't know, guys. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Cage here to pull the Monk. Let's go with a Flying Machine, making sure that the Electro Dragon doesn't get any damage. And always important to not give them the opportunity to go with, for example, Tornado and get a lot of value. Try to always make sure that you... okay, let's go with Royal Hawks here as soon as possible. Seems that he doesn't have a big spell. Flying Machine is going to be huge in this situation. Flying Machine does get a lock on the tower. Royal Hawks are also going to get a lot of damage. We force out the Nado, we force out the Barbell, Ice Wizard, and still get a ton of damage. So let's go with Electro Spirit here. Let's go with Recruits to keep up the pressure. We need to make sure that we do not give him too much value with the Electro Dragon. So let's actually try to, yes, split lane pressure a little bit here as well. Not only focus on the left side lane where we, the left side tower is at 1000. I'm going to make sure that we keep up the pressure. Especially here, seeing that he goes with the Monk, seeing that he goes with the Electro Dragon. I just want to make sure that we keep up the pressure right. So look at the Flying Machine, guys. Barbell here as well. Electro Spirit here to keep up the pressure. He is going to go with a Tornado, but it still should be quite a lot of damage. And the Electro Dragon is also not going to be combined with the Monk anymore. It's actually going to go towards the right side for a little bit. And let's, in the meantime, keep out the pressure. Let's go with Seppi's. Let's go with Recruits up high. Let's make sure that we once again go with a Flying Machine in the lane where his Electro Dragon is not. So let's go with a Flying Machine right side. And that is super important, guys. Try to always keep out the pressure as much as possible in the lane where he doesn't have the most important cards for defense. Look at the Flying Machine getting so much value. Let's go with arrows here as well. Flying Machine still alive. And I think that might be a good game, guys. Flying Machine still alive. And man, Flying Machine is just one of those MVP cards always in the Royal Recruits deck. So I told you guys, I lost on purpose. I put myself in an 11-2 situation just to end up destroying that guy. What was his win condition, by the way? That was Royal Giant. Okay, I was already thinking Golem with Monk. That would probably be the first time I ever see someone use Monk with the Golem. It was actually Royal Giant. So very interesting deck to him. I'm gonna quickly open up the chest, and that's gonna be it for me for today's video. Let's see. Oh, we actually got a legendary and a champion. So amazing video, really nice matches, really nice 12 win. and then also a really nice chest right here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.